Little bonus episode this week where I fight through my cold and attempt to explain a couple of things that are happening around my writing. Over on the Atlas Games forum, David, who did the layout for the Vanilla Covenant that we did, Sabrina's Rest, is doing the same thing for the Cornwall material that I put up on my website. Basically, he's taken it and made it look like it's been laid out by a person who knows what they're doing. If you'd like to help as a volunteer proofreader, please see the Atlas Games forum. Eventually, that will be released for free on the web. I think it's 159 pages long, and it's essentially a Cornwall supplement. It works perfectly well with Heirs to Merlin, and it works perfectly well with the Covenant of Sabrina's Rest. So together they're essentially a tribunal book that clips onto the pre-existing tribunal book of Stonehenge. The other thing is, if you've been following Magonomia, which is a fate-based game of Elizabethan wizardry put together by several of the Ars Magica authors and kickstarted, or they used another funding platform most recently, through Shewstone Publishing. That's Shewstone. You'll see that it's fully funded, and it's just been announced that I'm coming aboard to assist with the drafting of that one. That means that I'm doing a lot of research at the moment into Elizabethan folklore, and I can't put the spare bits out onto Games from Folktales because I'm not sure which ones I'll need for the various plans that Andrew has for Magonomia. Eventually there will be a Magonomia podcast. I'm not certain whether it should be a column that goes into Games from Folktales or whether I should try and split it into two podcasts, one for Ars Magica and one for Magonomia. Please comment either on the Ars Magica forum or the Magonomia Facebook group or on the blog that accompanies this podcast to give me your opinion on that one. In terms of future plans for Games from Folktales, the podcast's listening statistics are down, but Libsyn tells me that times being what they are, people are commuting less than they usually do, and that's affected everyone. So, even though the numbers for the Venetian material aren't as strong as I'd like them to be, I'm going to keep going with it in the hope that when things settle down, or when there is a large enough quantum of material, it excites a little bit more interest. I'm going to finish Kunz's Law of Precious Stones. I've reworked it so that it contains more about where each stone comes from in Mythic Europe and what Magica can use it for. It also has a few plot hooks. And once we get to the end of that, I've decided to bite the bullet and start doing a chapter a month of Lord Dunsany's The King of Elfland's Daughter. Long-time listeners of the podcast will know that I've gone through all of Lord Dunsany's short stories that are in the public domain and mined all of them for plot hooks and creatures. Much as I did with Chronicles of Shadow Valley, you won't get the entire book. You'll just get the sections that work best as Ars Magica material, sometimes statted out as creatures. You'll get your usual episode on Thursday, Australian time. Your saga may vary.